organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up today's live edition of Daily Iowan TV. Construction update. Find out what's going on with the new UI dorm. And later, honoring a professor. One UI professor will be knighted in France.
We have a recap from Iowa baseball's victory last night.
And we take a look into how Iowa basketball is preparing for postseason play.
For the rest of the week, expect low temperatures and cloudy skies. We have your weather update coming up.
All that and more coming up. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning and thanks for tuning in to our Wednesday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Cole Johnson. Today is International Women's Day and thousands of people across the globe are using today to make a statement for equality and women's rights. On the heels of the Women's March on Washington, organizers are back and are asking supporters to participate in a day without women. Participants looking to participate can join in the fight in various ways. Women can take the day off from work. Participants are also encouraged to avoid shopping at big-name stores and instead focus on small businesses that are owned and operated by women. And finally, participants are urged to wear red. These tactics are in place to make today a day without women and recognize extreme value of women everywhere. Students and staff at the university received an email last night regarding an alleged sexual assault that took place on Saturday, March 4th. According to the report, the assault took place at a West Side residence hall in the early morning hours. The only person responsible for sexual misconduct is the perpetrator. If you believe a crime has been committed, we encourage you to call the police at 911. If you have any questions regarding reporting an assault, contact the Office of the Sexual Misconduct Response Coordinator. Following the Board of Regents announcing budget cuts from 3 main universities of Iowa, one UI professor has pitched a new idea for the regents to look at. UI College of Education professor Christopher Morphew proposed a new funding model that would raise tuition for in-state residents that can afford the increase. Morphew says that the increase in tuition would offer assistance to those that can't afford to attend a university. These viewpoints align with President Bruce Harrell's recent statements for higher tuition rates and more control. President Trump's executive order is not the only thing that he has been working on recently. The new president has been working on a budget proposal that includes cutting $1.3 billion from the U.S. Coast Guard. The plan to cut funds from the U.S. Coast Guard is to help boost the Department of Homeland Security's total budget by 6%. Many in Congress believe that the proposal will not pass and that the cuts would undermine national security. A University of Iowa professor is receiving the honor of a lifetime. University of Iowa religious studies professor Raymond Menser is being knighted into the French government's Order of the Academic Palms. Menser has dedicated 45 years of his life specializing his studies and research of the French Reformation. This is a move that has filled Menser with both a sense of pride and gratitude.
They made a formal application to the Ministry of Education, and apparently it was quite successful, and I'm very happy about it. What's equally rewarding is that the application was put together by lifelong friends, people who I have been collaborating with in many ways, scholarly collaboration in many ways over the years. And once it was publicly announced at the University of Iowa and around the country, I have received a number of congratulatory emails, cards, notes, Facebook likes. It has been extraordinarily gratifying.
The ceremony will be held over this summer. A new residence hall has been under construction for nearly 2 years. Reporter Mackenzie Cooper gives an update.
Catlett Residence Hall has been under construction since May of 2015, and after just about 2 years, it is expected to be completed by the end of the summer. While construction has been going very smoothly, this project has had one of the shortest timeframes out of the recent construction projects on campus.
Going very well. Tight schedule, but very busy.
The residence hall will house 1,050 students and will include laundry rooms, a fitness area, and a dining hall. Housing and Dining hopes that the second dining hall on the east side of campus will decrease the amount of traffic through Burge while increasing the amount of meal plans.
an opportunity in order to build another dining hall to be able to thin out the capacity at Burge and also allow us to allow more students to participate in the meal plan. So we're going to, we hope that students who live off campus actually will have the opportunity in order to purchase a meal plan and continue to eat with us.
Students will begin living in the Catlett Residence Hall in the fall of 2017, and this will be sure to decrease the problem of overcrowding in residence halls at the University of Iowa. Reporting from the construction site of Catlett Hall, this is Mackenzie Cooper, Daily Iowan TV.
Well, Iowa weather's been pretty crazy recently. We've had a tornado warning just this past week. What's the rest of the week looking like for us?
Yeah, this past few days have been very windy with tornadoes ripping through the Midwest. Luckily, we'll not be experiencing any of that anytime soon. Now let's take a look at the forecast. This afternoon, temperatures will be at 56 degrees with partly cloudy skies. As the day progresses into the evening, temperatures will drop to 27 degrees. On Thursday morning, temperatures will be at 48 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Now let's see what's in store for the rest of the week. On Friday, the temperature will be at a low of 19 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. The beginning of spring break in Iowa City isn't looking very warm, as temperatures are going to be chilly in the 30s and 20s. Come Monday, the temperature is expected at 40 degrees with snow showers on Tuesday, temperatures are expected to remain in the 40s as well. I hope you're all going somewhere warmer over spring break. Cole, back to you.
A new pilot program is in Iowa City, has been implemented in the pedestrian mall for dogs and dog owners in the community. The city has placed dog relief stations on the Ped Mall that allows dogs a convenient location to use the bathroom and also provides bags for owners to clean up afterward. The program was introduced in an effort to accommodate the large number of pets living in the downtown area. In a news release on Tuesday, the Iowa Hawkeye football team and UI Stead Family Children's Hospital announced they are coming together for the 9th straight year of the Iowa Kid Captain program. The Kid Captain program brings a current or former pediatric patient from the UI Children's Hospital and makes them an honorary captain for a home game in Kinnick Stadium. Only parents and legal guardians are allowed to nominate their child, and the nomination process is now open until the end of March. And that'll be really great for those kids getting the opportunity to be on the sidelines for the Iowa football team. But until then, we still have a lot of Iowa athletics to cover. Let's toss it over to Liv and Charles in the sports studio with more. Guys?
Thanks, Cole. Yes, baseball was able to get another decent weather day yesterday for it only being March and for their third home game of the season.
That's right, Liv, and it definitely was a factor in helping them get their 7th win of the season.
Lucy Roden has more on the 12-8 victory over Northern Illinois at Dwayne Banks Field.
Yesterday, the Hawkeyes defeated Northern Illinois 12-8, led by freshman pitcher Grant Judkins. The Hawks started with Judkins on the mound, and the game got off to a quick start. The Huskies took the early lead with 2 runs in the top of the first, but the Hawkeyes responded with 5 runs in the bottom of the first.
It's going to have a big role with our offense, and as you guys can see, the future is really bright for him down the road, and both on the mound and at the plate.
Judkins' 3 RBIs were tied for most in this game with sophomore Robert Newstrom. 2 of Newstrom's RBIs came in the 6th inning after Iowa had gone scoreless after the first, and Northern Illinois had racked up 4 runs in the 4th and 5th innings. Newstrom's RBIs gave Iowa a 7-6 advantage, which served as the turning point, with Iowa finishing the 6th inning up 9-6.
Whenever you put your team up like that, it always feels really good, and it was even better to see, that we followed back with it. The team kept hitting, and we scored more runs after that. Got us some insurance runs, and they came back and scored 2 more. So it was all really good.
From that point on, it was all Hawkeyes. Iowa scored 7 runs from the 6th inning on compared to Northern Illinois' 2. Head coach Rick Heller was very pleased with his team's ability to stay focused despite the Huskies' run.
I learned that we're continuing to improve and get better. I learned that when things were looking bleak in the middle innings, that nobody pressed. They just stuck with the plan and went out and played, and that's a good sign.
The Hawkeyes will travel to Florida this weekend to compete in the Snowbird Classic. Reporting from Dwayne Banks Field, this has been Lucy Rodine, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawks will compete against Bucknell, Lehigh, and Villanova in their tournament this weekend.
Tomorrow, the men's basketball team is set to take on Indiana in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. Katie Sextro has more on how the Hawks are feeling about their rematch with the Hoosiers.
Iowa will see Indiana for the 2nd time in 2 weeks on Thursday. And the first time the team saw the Hoosiers, they took them into overtime and won by 6. And they know the second time around will not be any easier.
They've had some really good games. They played well against us. For the most part, we got down 17-4. They battled us, got to overtime. We ended up winning in overtime. So obviously, it's a team that has our full attention in terms of what they're capable of doing.
They've been struggling, but I think right now they're kind of clicking too. They're one of the best teams in the Big Ten, despite their record, and they got all the pieces. But so they got our full attention, and we got to be ready for them. We just beat them, so they're gonna be hungry and they want revenge. So I hope the guys are ready for it, and coach gonna get us ready for it. So we're gonna start scouting on them today, and get ready for them.
We're playing one of our best basketball right now. And it's kind of showing after those 2 road wins. We got back after at Penn State here. So like I said, we're playing our best basketball, but we got to realize that everyone's fighting for that chance to get to that next level with the NCAA tournament. So it's going to be a fight right from the start of the game with Indiana, and we know what we need to do. And I think right now we just need to win some games and let that decide how our chances are in the NCAA.
Now, Iowa has definitely peaked when they've needed to, winning 7 of their last 10 games, while Indiana has lost 6 of their last 8. So if they can keep that up, they definitely will have a good shot at winning the Big Ten tournament and then possibly having a bid in the NCAA tournament. Reporting from inside Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Katie Sextro, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
If Iowa wins tomorrow, they will either play Wisconsin or Maryland in round 2. You can catch their game tomorrow night at 5:30 p.m. on ESPN2.
I'm already getting excited talking about it. March is a fun time for basketball. And in more Iowa basketball news, 4 Hawkeyes were named to Big Ten honors on Monday.
Peter Jock was named first team by both conference head coaches and the media. Nicholas Baird was voted the Big Ten Sixth Man of the Year by the 14 coaches head coaches, while Jordan Bohannon and Tyler Cook were both voted the Big Ten All-Freshman Team by the coaches.
Very deserved. And Baird was also named Iowa Men's Basketball Sportsmanship Award recipient. Iowa is the only Big Ten team with 2 players named to the All-Big Ten Freshman Team. This definitely gives the Hawkeyes an extra edge heading into the Big Ten tournament, Charles.
That's right, Liv, and if these guys step up and continue to play the way they've been playing all season, they'll go far in the Big Ten tournament, and it should help them get that possibly the NCAA bid.
Definitely. Moving on to men's tennis, junior left Aris Theodoro has had some amazing accomplishments throughout his years as a Hawkeye and his career as a tennis player.
Theodoro and the Hawkeyes will compete in the Big Ten tournament matchup at Nebraska at 6 p.m.
Alexis Davis has more.
Sophomore lefty Theodorou has done some great things from Iowa tennis. Coming from Greece is #1 in the ranked in the nation, and coming to America, still dominating.
I mean, Lefty is obviously an extremely talented player. He's played in the top 3 of our lineup ever since his freshman year. Now, as a junior, he's playing #1 and being able to have a lot of success. So, big piece to our team, obviously, to have a #1 player be able to play at the level he is playing at. Brings good energy, and he is really enjoyed by all the teammates as well.
Lefty exemplifies a true leader because he talks about how he would rather see the team win than just himself individually.
The biggest transition, I think, was going from individual play to college play, because you focus more on the team than yourself. So, for example, like I lost my matches today, but we won as a team. So you look at it from a different perspective, and it's a really big transition to do that.
Theodorou will resume in Big Ten play as he hopes to continue to build his team overall.
At the end of the year, we want to be in the NCAA tournament, and when we get there, we want to be ready for anything.
Lefty and the rest of the Hawkeyes have now entered Big Ten play. This has been Alexis Davis reporting from the tennis courts, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
It's pretty fascinating how he came all the way from Greece to play tennis here at Iowa. Tune in tomorrow for an update on women's softball.
And we'll have a more in-depth preview of Iowa women's basketball and Big Ten tournament. Cole, back to you.
And before we leave today, International Pancake Day was yesterday, and the International House of Pancakes knows how to celebrate. The breakfast chain offered customers a free short stack of pancakes Tuesday, but IHOP asked customers to donate the cost to charities such as the Children's Miracle Network or the Leukemia Society. This is the 12th anniversary of International Pancake Day. Over the course of 12 years, IHOP has raised over $20 million for charity. And with that, that'll wrap it up for this live edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check out our website, dailyiowan.com, or pick up today's copy of the Daily Iowan for all Iowa City news. Thanks for watching and have a great day.